Hey guys, firstly, please don't comment on the state of my hair. I know it's a mess, okay? Secondly, can I just apologise to my friends who made film a video with me the other week because I didn't really think through where I was putting the camera when I was filming it, and putting it next to the TV was definitely not a good idea, which basically means that you can't hear anything in the entire video, so it won't be coming on here, and it was basically pointless. Sorry. So, on to today. I figured that since we are now coming towards the end of possibly the sunniest winter I have ever known in my life, that I would talk about reasons why winter is my favourite season. I'm probably crazy. Number 1, Christmas! Come on! Do I need to say anything else? 2, cold weather. So call me crazy, but I actually really love cold weather, especially when it's combined with sunny and windy all at the same time. That's like my ideal day right there. Now this doesn't happen all that often in the UK because our winters tend to be more like 4 months of this. But on the rare occasion that the sun does poke its head out, it does make for a very pretty scene that looks like glitter's just been sprinkled over everything. The other great thing about the cold is that you don't have to be cold in cold weather, if that makes sense. No one likes being cold, and I will moan about it if I'm freezing cold, even though most of the time it's completely self-inflicted due to poor wardrobe decisions or my inability to wear a coat. Ever. When it's hot, there's not much you can do but accept the fact that you're going to be uncomfortable and sticky until the weather calms the hell down. But when it's cold, you can get home and throw your best pyjamas on and just slippers and chuck yourself under a duvet and hibernate until you're warmer. Literally, my life. 3, hot drinks. Now, I think people tend to underestimate the power of the hot drink to revive yourself after a cold day outside. And I'm quite partial to the not so occasional tea or coffee or hot chocolate. And I find that in winter it is perfectly acceptable to go through 10 to 12 cups of stuff a day. Probably not that acceptable, that's probably just me. But it's definitely not okay in the summer. And why would you want to drink hot drinks in the summer? You're already hot enough as it is. 4, snow! So this kind of follows on from the cold weather. But I personally think that snow is the holy grail of winter weather. Like, it makes it worth putting up with 4 months of mank if we get like 3 or 4 days of decent snow. Now, we haven't had any where I am at uni, but when it snows back home in Devon, it's awesome because I live in a tiny little village on a hill surrounded by hills, which basically means many choices for sledding opportunities. I can still remember the first year that it snowed and everyone was just like, oh my god, it's amazing! And I think people got a bit overexcited and didn't actually think through what they were going to be using. So among other things, I've seen people sledding on water barrels, rubber rings, carry mats, bodyboards, and a kayak. That was genius. I'm sorry, that actually happened. It was genius. 5, the coming of spring. Yes, I am saying that one of the things I like about winter is the fact that you can tell when it's ending. But it's a nice thing to witness, you know, the days get longer and the trees kind of come back to life and you get flowers and stuff that reappears and you get daffodils. I always love seeing the first daffodils of the year, it's like my favourite thing. Unfortunately for me, the return of flowers and trees and such tends to also herald the return of the things that I hate the most in the world. 6, bees. Okay, so it's more wasps. I am slowly learning to cope with bees. But basically, I love the winter so much because there are none around. Ever. And essentially, I've been terrified of bees since I was about 7, thanks to a little incident with my cousin and my little sister. Little tidbit for you. They both got stung and I didn't, yet I'm the one with the long-term phobia of wasps. Go figure. I literally cannot be around them. Like, I'll start hyperventilating and just run off. I can't be there. Which isn't so much of a problem when it's cold and there aren't that many, but in the summer you might just be chilling out on the beach with your friends trying to enjoy a cider when suddenly wasp attack and I end up running away and looking like a crazy person. So yeah, basically that is my list of reasons why I think winter is awesome. So same as usual, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up down there, subscribe to my channel if you want to know when I'm making another one. I've been getting a little bit behind with my videos, so hopefully I'll be uploading another one on Friday this week and doing it every Friday from then on. Fridays is probably just going to be a little bit more like an announcement because I need your guys' help with something. It has something to do with this. If you know where that slogan's from, then you probably get where I'm going, but if not, tune in on Friday and I'll tell you more about it. So yeah, that's it from me, bye!